Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming in with us today. It is another beautiful day to get up and hustle and grind, to be able to take your life into a whole different direction, to be able to do the things that you're wanting to do within life and have that energy and that vibration every day. Do you get up and go work that job that makes you happy today? Because if it doesn't make you happy, why are you doing it? Are you just doing it for the monetary funds so you can pay some bills? Awesome. Then start working yourself towards some training or some knowledge, or get another job that is actually what you want to do within life. Get up and do the things that makes you happy every day, because if you're not happy with where you're going, then you're going to live a groundhog day over and over, and you're going to do nothing but bitch and complain about life over and over and over again. So if you want something more within life, even though you're working a job, I was working a full-time job and building this business online at the same time. Donovan over there works a job, has a tree business, has an online business, and has some other organizations that he works with. So don't talk to us about not hustling. You want to hustle, you want to grind, then you're the one that has to get up, and you're the one that's going to have to make that happen. Nobody else is liking all the complaining and the, oh, I don't have, and the lack of conversations that you keep bringing up over and over and over again. So you need to start breaking those conversations down to yourself first and start figuring out what you need to do to shift your life, because complaining to other people about what the lack of within your life is not going to bring more to you. It's just going to bring more lack of. So if you want more within your life, start talking better to yourself. Start getting up and looking in that mirror and saying, hey, Thomas, this is going to be my day. I'm going to get up and grind for me. I'm going to get up and do things that make me happy today. I'm going to get up and go out into this world of reality, take care of what I need to, but yet I'm going to find something else that is going to make me a little bit better as a person, as a businessman, and as an entrepreneur. So that's what we do every day, is we get up and we grind. The calendar dates, it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just a day. The sun rises and the sun sets. What you do in that 24-hour period is up to you. That's going to make your life a little bit different and put you in that different realm that you want to be in. So every day, are you getting up and grinding? Because here we are on a weekend. This is a Saturday. Most people are either sleeping in because they had to get up every day, and go to that job. Guess what? We do this 7 days a week, guys. I get up just like I have a regular job, and I get up and I take care of my life, get my some food, get my coffee, get some exercise done. And then I get in here and take care of this meeting. Why? Because it brings fulfillment to me to know that I'm bringing something back to the world that is shifting lives, to be able to bring people into a different elevation of what they're wanting to do, to get people in a different mindset of knowing that you are the one that has the knowledge to move yourself up to that different elevation, from lack of to average, from average to awesomeness, from awesomeness to successful as hell, because that's what you want within your life. And bringing that energy, you have to get up and do it every day. You have to know that you are setting goals. You are setting goals. And if you're not setting goals for yourself, you need to start. Because setting goals for myself is something that I never did throughout life. I was somebody who was kicking down the doors trying to make shit happen for me, and it just wasn't happening the way I thought it should. So what was I doing? I was running circles like a dog chasing its tail for 20-something years, until I actually found something and people that gave me a better direction and showed me things that I could start doing with a pen. And with that pen right there, I was able to start writing down goals, writing down things that I wanted to do within life to accomplish and to be able to bring my life into a different direction. I started writing down things that mentors were telling me that I needed to start working on within my life, my financial side, my relationship side, my career side, all of that. I could start getting a better balance, because I didn't have that balance at all. My relationship sucked. My career was sucking. I was making money, but I really wasn't going anywhere. Because I was capped out at the level of where I was going to be within my career status, and it wasn't going to go anywhere else. So I was feeling lack because I knew I wanted more. I knew that, just making this much money wasn't just what I needed. I knew I needed something more within life to have a better balance. So I got in and I started listening to people who could give me a better direction, a better balance. And then I started implementing what they were saying, because they weren't doing it for me. They was just giving me tips and tricks of what I could do. And then I was the one that had to implement it. And if I didn't implement it, and if I wasn't doing it right, or, I would ask questions. Oh, no. Switch that just a little bit. And then they would switch me, and then I would work a little bit better, give myself better words, give myself a better process. And then I was able to implement things on a day-to-day basis with my grind, with my hustle, because I knew that's what I wanted within my life. And within the last 3 years, my entire life of listening to my mentors and my guiders and to those that have already had the success, and I started paying attention to what they were doing, my life has shifted tremendously within this last 3 years. To be able to come in here every day to bring this knowledge of how you can shift your life just as well, and to have the people and the conversations and the phone calls that I get every day from people that are saying thank you for just the message that came out. Yesterday's message had came out and we wasn't even done uploading. And I have 4 people saying, I've got someone I want to send that to. Can you give me that link? It's not a problem. We'll get you that link. And more people are starting to pay attention to what we're doing because they're seeing that social media is changing the game. It has changed the way we look at the world. It has changed the way that we advertise. It has changed the way that we communicate. It has changed the way that we live on a day-to-day basis. You know, many people walk around with this thing right here in their hand all day, and they're scrolling or they're looking or they're listening or they're doing something. But yet many of them don't really understand the power that this little device in their hand has. Because this little device right here is a computer system that is within your hands that can create businesses, can be able to communicate with businesses and other people to be able to sell products or services or anything else online right here. And the power of this little thing has right here that many people are being zombified of just walking around hours and hours endlessly just scrolling. Why? Because I was there until I started paying attention that this little computer device right here in my hand could actually start making me some money. And then when I started listening to everybody about how this little device right here was going to shift my life, it was like, there's no way. Then I listened and I was like, okay, I see the way. I see the bigger picture. I see the bigger view now. I see the bigger understanding of what we have at our fingertips. And that's why we get in here every day, guys, to be able to bring y'all the inspiration. These entrepreneurs right here are moving their lives. They're shaking their direction. They're shifting everything that is out of the norm for them. They're burning the boxes that they've been in. They're tearing down walls of self-doubt and fear that have been around for so long because they didn't know anything different except what they have been guided to all of this time frame as zombies. We've all been through it. Everybody went through an educational system. Everybody turned around, and if you go to the military, guess what? They're going to break you down of what you thought you knew to put it to where they want you to think, right? Their thought process. And then if you go to a job and you're learning a new task, whether it is a new skill on a machine or on a computer or on something else, what do you have to have? Somebody beside you that's going to show you how to do it. And then you're going to be able to move forward. So with this right here, the brick and mortar days is starting to go away. How many people have seen the Gander Mountains, the Toys R Us, the other locations, the Kmarts that are starting to shut across the world because automation is taking over people? Those larger corporations figured out it was easier to pay people like me and you as entrepreneurs to be able to promote and be their advertisers for them. And what did they do? They made a sale. They made a sale already because something that we put out as advertisers. Then what do? They say thank you and send us a check. Different concept, isn't it? Yes, because it wasn't around all this time frame. This is something new, and we are continuously evolving every day. I learned something new at 43 years of age. I love those people that say, hey, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to have to learn something new. I don't want to have, guess what? I didn't either, but I had no choice because when my physical body and my feet had went down to where I couldn't wear the steel toe boots anymore, I had to find something different. So don't wait until your life or your health gets to that point of saying, oh, Lord, please bring me something because this isn't working. Don't ask for that. Just say, give me the guidance and bring me where I need to be able to shift my life and put it into a different direction. And do it before your body breaks down. Do it before you get laid off. Why? We're going to show you how to leverage that job that you're at right now to be able to build the empire. And then when your empire gets to that certain state to where you can say, hey, I'm making 3 times more than what I was. Now I can walk away from that. We're going to show you how to network those people that you're around every day before you can move to that next level. Enjoying your life as you're doing it. That's the biggest part. Waking up every day with a smile, waking up every day with that high energy, waking up knowing that you have something more that you can bring back to the world every day. Tomorrow's not given. So I love it when the people tell me, oh, well, it's just not the right time. Hell, how do you know when the right time is? If you knew when the right time was, then you would have already been doing this. If you knew when the right time was, then you would have already jumped in, because now is the moment. Now is the moment to do something different within your life. And we're going to do just that for everybody that's in here this morning that wants to get in with us. Miss Jen, do you want to get out and step out a little bit and tell these guys what they can get into?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just checking to make sure that I can stream live in the group after this, because I buggered it up last time. But we're going to talk about that actually when we go live in the group, and the importance of why, the importance of scarcity of time, the importance of like how so many people, even in the last 3 years, or Thomas, I'm sure over the last few years, you've experienced the same, where people are faced with dire situations, like whether their spouse is in a coma. Donovan, he shared his story a little bit, like he almost lost his life. Thomas got into this because of his physical ailments and not being able to walk properly. If you have parents like me that you want to set up, you don't want to see them thrown through the, the nursing home system or something, or you have kids that you just, you don't want to have them experience the same paycheck to paycheck life that you did, or possibly your parents, then yeah. I think we all wish we knew about this maybe 10 years ago. We could have got ahead of the game, but now is the time to prepare for the next 10 years. So guys, it's just freaking awesome. I mean, there's so many people in here that are in our community and have been along with us for 2 years, 1 year, 1 month. And there's a bunch of people I see in here right now that aren't yet. Or maybe you just show up for this in the morning. I can tell you that mindset, morning motivation, this right here, this community right here, all these people, and this is just a fraction, because Thomas has like double the people some days. He streams live on all different platforms. But the amount of people who've reached back to me and said, yeah, I quit my job. Or, yeah, I'm making way more than I ever did at any job that I was working. Or, Jen, I love the fact that I have the freedom to travel. But out of everything that people take away from this business, generally, it comes down to the souls, the people in this room, the people that want to see you raise to your level, to what you want to do in your life. You're never going to meet a group of people like that ever. Like, it's unbelievable. And this is just a small fraction. Like, some of my best friends are in this call right now, and that's just some of them. So anyways, welcome everyone. Good to see you guys. Good to see your face.
Definitely, guys. Every day we get in here. And like I said, we appreciate everybody that comes in and shares their time with us in here in the morning. We know your time is valuable, and we know that people are moving their life in a different direction for the hustle. So just make sure you keep up your grind and your happiness and your flow, because that's what it's all about within life, guys. Because if you're not happy with the situation, evaluate what's going on and what do you need to move or do to make something better happen within your life, guys.
You're a little soft, Thomas. Is it just me, or is Thomas a little bit quiet?
Am I quiet?
Yeah, he's very quiet.
Well, let's see if we can turn that up a little bit. Is that a little bit better? I will get.
No.
How is that? Is that a little bit better? Can y'all hear me now? Still
Yeah,
quiet?
we can hear you, but you're still quiet.
Well.
Yeah, you sound good, Roger. You're nice and clear, but Thomas is a little bit quiet.
Well, we'll make it all work out. So it's all
Yeah,
good.
just continue on. That will happen again.
Turn up your audio.
It is up. Yeah. Because mine's all the way up. It's all good. Everything I have is up. And that's what this is all about, guys. Am I a techie? No. Am I somebody who's continuously working at this? Yes. Am I continuously trying to get things a little bit better within my life? Yes. And that's the same thing we're all in here for. Getting a little bit better in everything that we're doing, every direction that we're going. Just stay dedicated, guys. That's the biggest part of it all. Just stay dedicated. Because if you can't stay dedicated to you, then you quit on you, nobody else. If you get into this and then you don't get into it every day and at least put an hour, then put an hour to it. You know, if you can put 2 hours, put 2 hours to it. But just put something each day into you, into your business, into your direction of life, and everything that you're wanting to do, you know, because that's what it's all about right there. Having fun with everything that you are doing. Jen just put that little sticky up there, that little pink note that said fun. That's what it's all about. I have those stuck all over the place. The love, the little reminders that we can do this over here, this ripple movement that we're making here. These are reminders and signs that I have in my house. That Carol has, you know, posted up all over the place. Always be happy. Always be thankful. Always be grateful for what you have. You know, always understand that you are following your bliss. You know, what do you want to do within life? What is your biggest dream that you've ever had that you thought that you could never accomplish because you thought it was a dream? And now take those dreams and know that you can make them happen. Yes. Because those dreams are thoughts that you put into it that you are going to manifest in life if you keep moving your energies towards them. Keep moving your energies towards those and your thought process towards those, and then things will start happening and manifesting within life. All right, we're going to open it up to the floor right quick. Anybody here got anything they want to bring out today on the topics and chat right quick?
I wanted to just say something really fast, and then I'll shut up. One thing that I can tell you too that works really well when you're trying to figure out, like, especially for your 90-day goals or what you want to manifest in your life, what you want to have happen. If you just show up for this morning motivation, say like you're working your job or you're a stay-at-home mom or whatever that your case may be, and you're like, I need to figure out my life. I need to just know what I want to do, and I have no idea. A lot of people have no idea. They have no idea what they want to do, right? Biggest takeaway I would say to do is show up for the motivation, get some positivity, share your story. If you're hurting, say it, just get real and raw. But then maybe go and just be alone. Just let your thoughts be alone. Really think about the stuff that's important to you and kind of let your intuition guide you into what pops up. But then pay attention to that stuff. Make notes on that stuff. That sometimes can be your biggest business achievement, especially when you're dealing with obstacles. I dealt with an obstacle this week and it wasn't ideal, but I thought, well, what's my situation? What do I do, right? And so I just took a step back and kind of like let my intuition guide me into telling me what I should do. So that can be your biggest movement. That can be your biggest strategy to success. And the next part of that is you just have to make sure to implement. You have to do it. You got to do whatever you say you're going to do. If you're going to quit smoking, do it. If you're going to go to the gym, be with me on my gym days, guys, when it's like literally crawling in there in agony. But go get it done, because you know that your greater value and your greater importance is at the end of all that pain. So make it work. Make things happen. It's a struggle either way, right? Some of you guys are in your jobs right now. I can see that. Or going to job. And you don't want to be there. You probably want to be enjoying your Saturday, right? You'd rather be doing anything else but remember that whether you're at your job or you're doing this business or you're at home with your kids, the time's going to pass anyway. So start thinking about that. Because when health scares come up, and so many people who are watching this right now in this room who've had a major health scare, that puts things into perspective. That is so freaking cute, Shannon. That puts things into perspective on how valuable your time really is. And if you haven't, then you're lucky. So cherish it. That's it.
Hey, much appreciation for all your words and your value that you bring to the team and the community every day. With the hustle and grind that this lady has right here within her life, she is an inspiration to many people because she keeps her energy vibration up here like I do. This vibration right here is where we're at, and we don't come down. You know, we keep our vibration levels up at a high level every day because we know the bigger picture and the things that we're doing and the people that we are assisting. And because there's many people who lack this energy, there's many people who aren't as excited about life as we are. Why? Because I got a second chance. With my second chance has now opened me up to knowing that I was here for much more than what I was deciding I was here for. I was trying to make it all happen when I wasn't following my guidance system, like she just said. I wasn't taking the time to slow down long enough to talk to myself, talk to my inner being, the one that is actually the one that came here with us all. Your source energy within inside. It is a guidance system. It lets you know when you don't like something to eat, right? Or a drink didn't go down right. Or if you're in a room with some people and your belly starts getting tight and knots and you're wondering, why am I getting so anxious and anxiety and what's going on? Might be the person. You can feel energies. We can feel other people's aura, and a lot of people say, what are you talking about? Yes, it's an understanding that many don't even know. Frequencies are around us all day long. People's thought processes, people, animals, nature outside. It is all frequencies. And those frequencies are right. If we don't align with them and flow within this life, then guess what? We're off balance. And it's like, oh, I don't feel good today. What's going on? Something's wrong. My equilibrium's off or whatever. Because you didn't get into alignment with the frequencies of life. Those frequencies of life are what is going to keep you on that flowing balance. And then when you get a better understanding of you and how you fit into this vibration plane, then you will get a better understanding that those dreams and those thoughts that you put out are frequencies that the universe is hearing. So when you ask for something within life, and then all of a sudden, a few days later, you have it. And it's like, wow, that was pretty cool. I didn't know that what just happened. But it was all a dream. It was all a thought process that you put together to make it happen. So like she said a while ago, setting those goals, that's part of an intention right there of what you're giving to the universe on what you want. Now with that intention right there, you start implementing a few different little actions or different habits that you can put into your life, because there's habits that you have right now that I promise you're going to need to cut out. There's habits that you have going on that hasn't been beneficial to your life, that if you want a shift within yours, you might have to remove some of those and put something different in there for that. So if you remove one habit, put a better one in front of it. So if I'm going to remove bad thoughts from myself, what do? I get up and give good thoughts to myself every day. I love me in the mirror over and over and over again until I feel it. So I removed a bad habit of never telling myself I love me to now waking up every day saying, I love you, Thomas. You're an awesome person. We're going to have a great day. The good words that I'm giving to myself, instead of breaking me down every day saying, you ain't worth the crap, you can't do that. What was that doing? The self-doubt and the fear was saying that to me, so I wouldn't actually go out and do something that was probably beneficial for me. So when I wake up every day and then I start giving better thought process to me, I remove bad habits, put good habits to it. So if you want to remove smoking, which is a bad habit for this physical body that we're in, this machine that we was born with, yes, quitting smoking. There you go. There's different ways to quit smoking. You can either throw it down and tell your mind, I don't want it ever again. But most people can't do that. It has to be a process because mankind has put chemicals inside this physical machine that has been made as perfect, and we have tainted it over this time by putting the alcohol, the chemicals, the drugs, some foods, different processes and things like that within our bodies. So now to start getting rid of those habits, some people drink a bottle a day. Hey, make it a glass a day. All right, let's just cut down to a glass instead of a full bottle. And then let's just watch that mind start getting a little bit clearer. Start getting some hydration and good nutrition and nutrients within your body, and then start getting that clarity and that focus and where you're wanting to go. Getting the hydrations that you need within your life. Getting the foods that you have within your life. Catching the coffee. Thank you, Carol. Getting the coffee. Drinking the waters. Yes. And we talk about it a lot. Guys, the waters that I drink, it's the Enagic product, guys. This water right here hits me at the cellular level so I can get my hydration that I need. We make our coffees with it. We do our teas with it. We eat with it. So what are you doing within your life that is doing something that has shifted you? I know what I have. I know what I'm doing. And I know how I'm passing it out to the world to share this information, because this isn't something that, like Jen said, this wasn't here 10 years ago. This would have been great if we could have had something like this 10 years ago, but it was just getting started. Nobody knew how to operate it. But yet, what did we do? We found them kids that went in there and they dove into it way back when because they seen the bigger picture of it. And now what have they done? They brought a bigger picture to the forefront for all of us to be able to work with, go with, and be able to build a business with. So now, yeah, it's on a bigger movement. Jen's typing down there. All right. But we're in a bigger movement. We're in a bigger motion of life to be able to bring our lives in a different realm. So if you wanted to get healthy, stay dedicated for getting healthy. Start finding out the foods that you need to put in your body, right? They got nutritionists and people specialists all the time that can help you with a meal plan prepping or how you can get good foods within your body or start cooking at home. The restaurants are fun. They're good. Yes. Don't do them all day long every day. Go home, cook some good foods for yourself and your family. Make breakfast, cook dinner, sit down at the table again. Enjoy that moment with the family at that time frame. And just know with the good nutrition that you're cooking at home and with your family, now you started the family time again. Used to be around the TV all the time, huh? But if you're cooking at home and you sit around a table with your family now, wouldn't that be a better communication of knowing each other than trying to text across the house just to talk to each other? No. Get the family communication back as well. Get that camaraderie back with your family and your friends. Then if you want the good physical health, then start going to the gym. Or like myself, I'm not a big man, so I don't like gyms because everybody in there is pumping to get big old muscles, and I just want to tone up to keep my body in good health. So what do? Learn how to do some push-ups. Do some pull-ups in your garage. Put a bar up.
Do some yoga.
Yeah, do some yoga, some Tai Chi, do some kind of something that is putting that body in motion, because if it doesn't have motion all the time, then you will lose muscle mass. And then you're wondering why, oh man, what's going on? I'm so weak. If you're not doing anything to make those muscles stay toned, then yeah, you're going to end up weak. This thumb with the remote, that's not a muscle. That's not a muscle you want to build up. TV remote does not build anything up. All it's doing is breaking your mind down, watching the crap that we keep feeding ourselves all these years. Because if you watch the news, you can see right then and there. You ain't seeing nothing but crap, because are they showing you anything good at happening in your local? No, they always show the BS that happens. The wrecks, the accidents, this, that, and the third world country stuff that's going on. And then people think about that all day long. They're thinking about, well, man, this is what's going over here in this country, and this is what's going over here in this country. Is that beneficial for your thought process today? To be able to do something different within your life today? Not at all. Because what can you do over there in that third world country right now to help them and assist them? Nothing at this moment, can you? So why don't you take care of the person right here that actually needs something? That's this little face that you see in the screen. Do something for you that's going to do beneficial for you. So all those processes every day. Start removing some bad habits. Start putting some good habits. Put down the remote, turn off the TV, pick up a book. We have many books within here that we talk about all the time. The Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The Ryan, what other ones have you been talking on? We got The Magic that Shannon's reading by Rhonda Bryant.
4 Agreements, Mastery of Love, The Voice of Knowledge, all by Don Miguel. Those are some life-changing books right there. I like every one of those equally the same, so highly recommended by me. Your volume's going all crazy again, Thomas.
But yeah, it's every day we're doing and offering something more to everybody every single day. We talk about YouTube channels, we talk about links to be able to go watch, we talk about videos, we talk about books, and then the other part of it, just enjoying your life while you're doing it. Because some of those novels that you've been reading or those fairy tales that you've been reading, that wasn't the ones that actually put the knowledge in your head to do something more within your life, was it? So Harry Potter's awesome book. Yes, great books, but yet it was just a fairy tale. With these books that we're offering to you here are something that you can do with your financial side, you can do with your mental side, you can do with, life and bringing yourself into different directions. So that's what we're doing here each day, guys. We bring y'all motivation. We bring y'all tips and tricks on things of how we shifted our lives and we talk about this every day. Timothy says, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Another good book. Awesome stuff right there. So with this video that you're seeing this morning, with these people and these faces and these voices that you've heard today, just know that we started just like you. We had to start. The first step. That was the biggest part. Stepping into something.
It's sorry, go ahead, Thomas.
No, that's what I'm just saying. I'm just saying take that first step. You may not see all the stairway, but just take that first step, because that will keep you moving to that stairway of success.
Totally. What you said about the table, like the kitchen table, was so accurate. Like, if you guys saw my kitchen table right now, I can't sit here. So I don't use my my apartment too much when I have people over. I go meet them in the common area, or go to their apartment, or we go out or whatever. It's just way easier. But the biggest thing from what you said about sitting at the table, if you are a family, like if you have a family or you have a loved one, yeah, absolutely sit down together, and definitely take some time to turn your device off for a little bit, right? Like, one of the biggest things, just a few weeks ago, we were all in Vegas, and one of the biggest things about that was the community time that we all got to share and sit together and be together, right? And just like have open communication and just be amongst each other. So a lot of the time we try to separate ourselves so much, and the internet allows us to be very separated and have people come and go as they please. You can have everything ordered to your door. A lot of people love that. A lot of people love to be alone, and that's okay. But there's also something super powerful about a sense of community and having people in tight-knit places where you have to bond, you have to get to know each other, you have to be raw and vulnerable. That's when the real magic happens.
I see it. Being creative, guys. Staying with your hustle. Keeping your grind. Every day.
Yesterday, take for instance, yesterday, I walked in that office yesterday at that doctor's office for the vein clinic, to check my foot. And I had every one of those girls, that guy, the nurses, all giggling, laughing. I went on here. I gave you guys some cheers. And then the doctor came in. He's like, I need your attention for a minute. So I'm like, I got to go. So I just buzzed off. But you know what? It's okay. That's why we record these things, because there's awesome and epic things that happen on here that you don't want to miss. Ryan brings value. Jen brings value. Everybody on here has a possibility of your own to bring value to anybody and everybody on here. I'm one of the highest energy people you'll ever meet. I guarantee it. And I bring it right through the phone. I don't need to be with you to get it. You're going to get it. You want to call me? You want to touch base? You're feeling down? You get on that horn. You get on my page. Find my damn number. It's there. I'm not hiding it. I'm not hiding anywhere. I do epic things every day, people, and I love every one of you. So guess what? Woo!
When I first met Donovan, Donovan came out from Connecticut in February, and this guy, like, he has the highest energy, the most zest for life. And we both went to this mindset event where they just break you right down, right to your raw. And me and him are in there all like, whoa, let's party, let's do this stuff. And we got probably the most out of it, out of everybody in the room, I swear to God. So this goes to show everybody's got some room for improvement. And yeah, take your energy level and just run with it, because you're going to attract people just like he does.
And just know that those that are around you, if they don't like the energy, if they don't understand your energy, if they keep telling you, hey, you need to tone it down a little bit, do they really need to be around you? Because if they can't feel you and understand your energy and your direction of where you're going, then yeah, it might need to switch up your circle a little bit. I said that earlier in the week that, my mom always say, you're the sum of the people that you are around. So if you're around the negative people, you're going to be negative. If you're around people with lack of ambition, then guess what? You're going to be around people with you're going to be that number 6 person. So if you want to inspire to be better within you, then you need to be the game changer. You need to be the one that they want to follow. You need to be the one that they just want to be around all day, because they feel you. And with that energy right there, they feel a difference within their life because they see what you're doing to them. And all it is vibrations of good energy that he is putting off within himself, that people can feel it. And like she said, it attracts people to you. Because when you are yourself, your authentic you, then guess what? People will be around you. Because if you're out there trying to be somebody you're not, see, I'm not Donovan. So do I try to go out and be Donovan? Not at all. You know, because he has his energy. I have my own. Ryan has his. Scott has his. Jen has hers. We're being authentic with us every day. We wake up and we know that when we go out there into the world of life, I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. This is me all day long, every day. The same person you see right here on this screen is the same person that you will meet out there in the world of reality. And I will spread my love and my energy to you just as well as Donovan does, because that is what we are. We are people who like to be the, how would you put it? We're the contagious ones. Our smiles are contagious. Our energy is contagious.
I like to call it the infectious love.
The infectious love. Yes. So it's awesome. So every day we are getting out here showing y'all exactly how we are doing it. And we, aren't expecting you to have the same high energy as us, but we're just wanting you to find you. We're wanting you to start creating the best version of you every single day, bringing out the best energy that you have, the best creativity that you have, the best love that you have. And once you start bringing all of that out to you first, and then start knowing that those creativities that you're writing down for you and those goals that you're writing down for you, that it's going to move your life into a whole different direction. And I want you to enjoy the journey of the unfolding of that goal that you're writing down, because you're going to write it today, and it's not going to happen tomorrow, and it's not going to happen at this now time space reality. But just have fun from the time that you write it to the time that it manifests and you have it. That is the secret right there to the whole process. Once you write that goal down, you have to have fun and enjoy this journey of the unfolding. Then it will bring a whole new life to you. Because many, they put out them dreams, they put out them goals and say, well, it didn't happen for me. What did you ask? You asked for it yesterday? You expect it today? Come on. You're not in alignment. You have to get in alignment for that you want first. Once you get into that alignment, then it all starts flowing a whole lot better. We'll open it up to the floor one more time, and then we are going to.
Yeah, we need to say something really quick. I'm going to talk about this in our group for the 90-day challenge. But when you're talking about doing your financial goals and setting your goals, which we're going to talk a little bit about today, what I would recommend doing is whatever your best month is, and this is going to take a little bit of thinking to recap and maybe going through your bank statements to see what that was if you're variable or if you have a couple other jobs going on, you're just doing one job. Figure out what, maybe it was 10 years ago, who cares? Figure out what month that you did the best financially, and then use that as your guide to what you want to achieve for the next month to beat it. Thomas probably has different goals. I have different goals. My best month was like 30 grand. So for me to beat that, that's crazy, right? This is a business, up, down, but that's the way I would judge it, to look at it. If your best month right now, say like way back in the day, I was a restaurant manager just doing over 3 grand a month, right? So that seems like crazy. I make like almost my salary in 1 month. Seems crazy, right? But if you were making 3 grand, maybe you're making 2 grand, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you're just trying to make a little bit, how much do you need? And then how much are you going to need that next month? And then how much are you going to make that next month? And you're going to see how you can just manifest, like you said, exactly what you want. And that's why I know this works so well, because I've done this like, I don't know, 4 times when I've committed, really committed. And it's hard to commit. I find it hard to commit. Thomas probably has days he's like finds it hard to commit. But if we commit as a team and a group, and we're all kicking each other's butt and holding each other accountable, that's when the real magic will happen. I hope everybody gets that.
Anybody else got anything that they want to bring out before we wrap this baby up this morning?
I just wanted to just say, I mean, it touched base on a little bit of things. I'm gonna tell Jen, thank you. If it wasn't for my little doggie, I would be. She keeps me out of that depression sometimes. Coming in the morning, life motivation every morning. I know I can't give more thanks to Thomas, to you, Jen, for your energy, and Donovan, and Ryan, and Julio, and Shannon, and you guys make my day each and every day. I love you guys for everything, and I want to everybody be grateful and be thankful for everything, because if you just see me just a minute ago, I had some tears in my eyes just about the things that was being said. But the other day, as in Gary, Indiana, I was surrounded by hurricanes or tornadoes. I dealt with some hurricanes a while back. But I just went through the Dayton, Ohio area, and I just had that vibe, that energy. Is like the Holy Ghost just reached out to me or whatever. I don't know what it was, but I just drove through that area, guys, and I'm sorry, I'm getting a little teary-eyed again. That's where the tornadoes hit down the other day, and right now I'm on 75 South, and I just drove through there, and just make sure you're grateful and thankful for everything that you have in your life, because I just went through there, and it just reminded me of the hurricane that happened on my house. That tornado was there, man, and I just seen things just now that just be grateful for what you had, because it looks like a bomb went off right there, guys, from that tornado the other day. And I'm implementing every day in my life, and being with the community that I'm with, being grateful for everything. And I'm working on, I'm grateful for having the job that I had to be able to get the monetary funds to be able to help me with my business and build that empire, and working on being with my folks at the house. And I love traveling, but I'm also not just working on this to be there with my folks and have a journey and live that life and be able to do things that I want. I'm also wanting to, after I get out, to be on my own and I can step out of the truck, to be able to actually go and give, because you got to give in order to receive. And when I see disasters like this, like I'm on a computer log, I can't stop. I couldn't stop back there and help out or anything like that. And I would have loved to stop to help out. But once I get to where I'm on this journey on my own, and I can do what I want, when I want, how I want, go where I want, when I want, I'm going to be going to these disasters. I want to help out, and that's what I want to do. I want to make these monetary funds and be able to go and help out others and show them they have a greatness, that there's people out here that do care. There's people out here that do love them. And we're all supposed to be brothers and sisters of the Father above and help out one another. So just be grateful and be thankful for having this life and be able to wake up this morning and have your feet above ground and everything that is coming to you, everything that you have. And don't take anything for granted, because like I've said before, life can go just like the click of a second, man. Just like the snap of your finger, and just be grateful, because not even being in your house, you can be in your house at night, you can be asleep, and really no place is a safe place nowadays with the different things that Mother Nature has to do her thing, and you just got to be grateful, guys. So I love each and every one of you guys, and just be happy, man. Just live life to the.
Yes, disaster happens all the time. Mother Nature can take things in a split second, and we just don't know what's going on. So like he's saying, every day being grateful for what we have and what we're doing and our movement that we have and our energy that we have. Just know things can be taken in a split second. So that when I said earlier, the time is now. Time is now to do something different for your life and move it into that different direction, because tomorrow is not given, and neither is Mother Nature. Mother Nature could take it at a split second. So being able to be a volunteer, Scott, once you get to that point in life and everything, then yes, that is what you can go and do. And I can connect you with all kinds of people across the countryside that do that. I have friends all over the place who are storm chasers and disaster assistance people. And they go in with organizations across the world and doing things that the government can't. So yes, enjoying life, guys. All right, has anybody else got anything before we wrap up?
You got to be able to give in order to read.
That's it, man. All right, has anybody else got anything that they want to bring out this morning? All right, we're going to wrap this baby up today. Thank you all, and we love and appreciate you all very much. And we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Keep the sun shining. in your life, no matter what, even if it is a cloudy day. Always know that the sunshine is within your heart. Love and appreciate you all, guys. Miss Jen will be stepping on here to do a meeting here in just a moment, talking about those that want to join into the Get Your Ducks in a Row, that group right there. Anybody who's want to join in, then let's step out and we'll talk about that and get y'all rolling with it. Love and appreciate you all, guys.